Hello, everyone, and welcome to another pick a card reading, or in this case, we're going to do a pick a deck reading. And I'm going to be looking into the next 3 months ahead, approximately that time frame. Also looking then, if you're watching this video when I release it, although it is timeless, we're kind of looking into the end of 2025, right? Kind of looking to the rest of the year kind of reading. So this is a timeless reading. All my readings are timeless. You can always listen to them at any point, and yeah, as you are guided. Okay, so the 3 decks, let me introduce them. Deck number 1 is we have Angel Tarot, and we have the little astro dice says the second house, number 2. Then deck number 2 is Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, and we have Pluto in the astro dice. And then we have the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck with the Pisces dice. I've also just released a new track called Union Within, which is a beautiful self-love light language healing. It really works to balance masculine and feminine energies. If you want to read more about it, I'll link it in the description box below, and I would love for you to go check it out. All right, so love and light, everyone, and I'll see you for your reading. Hello, group 1. So you chose the Angel Tarot and then the little Astro Dice says 2. I'm going to use all the Astro Dice, but I just have a message about that 2 energy. It really stood out to me. It feels very like the High Priestess energy in the Tarot in the Major Arcana, which is number 2. It feels very introspective, very psychic, very intuitive. Like over the next 3 months, you are very, very intuitive. You are very in touch with the angels. You chose the Angel Tarot. You have a connection to the angelic, to the higher realms, and Spirit's saying to really listen to your intuition. Especially over the next 3 months, really listen to your intuition, because you are going to have insights that you need to back yourself on because you are 100% correct. But for some reason, I'm seeing sometimes you might not fully trust the intuitive downloads that you get. Like you get messages all the time, Spirit saying you're very, very open and receptive, and to really, really trust some that are coming through in the next 3 months, because you're going to be very connected to the angelic realm, to the angels, to the guardians, guides, ancestors, and they are helping you 100%. And I'm seeing a lot of just, beneficial energy streaming in from the astral for you over the next 3 months. A lot of blessings, like you feel very spiritually blessed, and Spirit saying definitely trust in your intuition, no matter what. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards for you from this Angel Tarot. Let's see the month ahead. We have the 5 of Water. And then the next month, we have the 2 of Fire. And then the 3rd month, just wanted to get like a general kind of 3 month. Okay, so a lot of healing energy taking place over the next 3 months. But really beneficial for your future with the 2 of Fire. Really going to bring you, and look, unity. Yeah, you're definitely in a unity energy. A lot of healing happening over the next 3 months, a lot of unifying inside of yourself. It actually really reminds me of the tape Union Within, because you are doing this work where you're bringing multiple parts of yourself back into wholeness and integrating them. You might even be doing some kind of soul retrieval work, or work in some way to, bring parts of you back together again. But whatever you're doing now that is healing yourself, it's really benefiting you for the future. Like this is integral. This kind of shifts are integral for your future and for your goals. Let's get you Astro Dice. We have Cancer, second house, and Mercury. Interesting. Wow, so I just realized that 2 came out again. That's kind of crazy. So I feel like over the next 3 months, there might be like a lot of healing conversations that you have with people, or with someone in particular, someone that you really trust, some healing kind of person or force in your life. And it's going to be really like sensitive topics, or really emotional kind of like relationship kind of talks. It's something really deep, like really deep and meaningful kind of talks. Or you're going to have all these revelations just inside of yourself, realizing these things, having all these thoughts that kind of open up new areas of your mind and open up new paths of discovery inside of yourself. Like it's a very creative 3 months as well with this water energy, very intuitive, very psychic. If you can incorporate water in your life, like I'm feeling like stay hydrated, maybe go swimming. There's something about water really working with you over the next 3 months. Yeah, with that Cancer energy, actually, I feel like if you can go to the beach because the salt water is going to really help clear your aura and clear your energy because you're going through a lot of really intense healing with the 5 of water, especially like the 5 of water doesn't mean the whole month is going to be like that. It's just saying that the overarching energy of that month is that you are healing something really deep. And this is going to feel liberating. This is going to feel like it's freeing you so that you can come into your destiny in the future with the 2 of fire. And you're going to have a taste of that in the next 3 months. You're going to have a taste of the future of what's to come. It's going to be like almost like you get a vision or a download about what your destiny is or who you end up being or what you end up doing. Kind of like a premonition. Yeah, you could be getting actually like a premonition over the next 3 months. You could be getting some kind of a dream, some kind of an insight, some kind of an understanding of who you are and who you're meant to be, what you've come here to do, your destiny. Wow, you're going to feel really close to your destiny, really in your power and in charge of your life, I feel. And you're going to feel like finally you're making a bit of progress as well. There's going to be some sense of, oh, I'm making progress. I'm finally moving forwards with something. I'm finally kind of feeling good about where I am in something or in life or in my career, something like that. Some of you might be getting some kind of career satisfaction, like you're feeling good. With the 2 energy, this is like good for your self-worth and finances. Like I feel like this energy is almost like you feels like your finances are really taken care of, which gives you a lot of time to focus on your emotions or to focus on healing. Because obviously, like if we're in survival, fight or flight mode, it's harder to like do trauma release and heal and stuff like this. So I'm feeling something here more like you're able to release any anxieties that you've been having. You're going to release a lot of anxiety or fear and really be in the present moment. You might take up meditating in the next 3 months, or you might just have a naturally more meditative kind of feel to you and feel to life. You're going to be able to fall into meditation a lot easier. I'm seeing something maybe becoming really obvious to you about the future in the next 3 months. Like you might really see, oh, I really know where I'm going, or I know what I'm meant to do, or I don't know, have a really clear goal that becomes clear to you. Something is like something being revealed. Like before it was hidden and then it's going to come out, like the sun coming out from behind a cloud and then it's just like shining right on you. That's going to be this aha moment that you have where all of a sudden something that was you was in your blind spot isn't anymore. And it's like a really good revelation, a really good understanding, a really good piece of the puzzle that gives you a lot. It gives you a lot of sustenance to like keep going on your spiritual path. And yeah, there's something here I feel where your needs are being taken care of the next 3 months so that you can do some healing. Like spirit wants you to know that your needs are going to be taken care of over the next 3 months so that you can do more healing work. Spirit wants to prioritize your healing, your emotional healing, because this is what's going to make the most progress for you long term with who you're becoming and what your mission is and things like this. Like this healing really needs to be done because it's a pivotal part of the process and of your foundations. But I'm just getting a lot of reassurance about how much progress you're really making because I feel like, yeah, spirit's going to look after your physical needs, finances, things like this. I feel like you might be given more time to rest, or you might even be able to apply for leave or holiday or something if that resonates for you, if that's something you need to like recharge. I feel like you could be doing that by the end of the year. Definitely, you could manifest that. I feel like there's going to be a change of pace, or there's already been a change of pace, which is allowing this emotional healing to really start to circulate and take place in your life. The second house is the house of resources, and I just see your resources being really good, your needs being looked after, and almost you're not even thinking about money in the next 3 months. It's not really, your thoughts aren't so much on your work or your career as much as some kind of healing that's taking place, because this healing is just revealing so much to you about your deeper destiny and like your higher path, and sort of some point that you're going to end up, you're going to be shown it in some way. You're going to have some kind of psychic revelation where you're shown your future destiny point and you see it and you see yourself, and it's mind blowing. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm going to split the deck and get one more card for you. Oh, wow. You have the Empress for the next 3 months. Yes. Didn't I say your needs are going to be looked after? This says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Yes, I do feel like the abundance is on point the next 3 months, and the unexpected side effect of having this much abundance over the next 3 months is that you don't really think about money and you have all this time then left over where you can focus on healing and releasing sort of trauma from when you have to live in survival mode. I'm seeing a lot of stabilization, a lot of healing energy, a lot of coming into wholeness and union within, literally. Check out my new tape, Union Within. It might seriously resonate with you over the next 3 months, the energy you're going to be going through. And the Mercury energy there as well, you're going to be receiving messages and downloads from spirit. You're going to be receiving some kind of a vision of, yeah, it says give birth to your dream, some kind of a vision of your dream, some kind of a real glimpse into your future. And it's going to give you a lot of inspiration. Like, you're going to be inspired by yourself. And it's going to give you also a lot of sustenance. Like, I keep hearing that word sustenance so that you can keep going. It's going to give you the kind of energy recharge that you need so that you can keep working towards something on your path, so that you can keep healing something or chipping away at something or working on your career or whatever it might be, your self-love journey. I think you're going to be feeling a lot more confident and comfortable in a balanced feminine and masculine energy over the next 3 months, especially your feminine feels really at peace or in flow or in harmony or something with the rest of you. I feel your feminine's really in her power over the next 3 months, and you're going to be feeling that really directly. And as a result, you're going to be feeling like life is a bit more easy overall. You're going to be feeling that things are flowing in your life a little bit better, a little bit extra nice flow, just a little bit simpler and more luck, more things just showing up and more abundance just falling at your door. It's going to feel really cool. Some of you might get some really good opportunities actually over the next 3 months because you're not looking for it too much. You're not like, I feel you're very focused on yourself and kind of like self-focused, and it's making you very magnetic because you're not looking outside of yourself for fulfillment. You're looking inwards to shift things inside of you with the Five of Water, to heal with the Queen of Water, to receive the abundance that is your birthright with the Empress, to feel like you're more unified inside of yourself, all the different parts of your soul coming back into wholeness and into your power. Yeah, you're going to be getting a glimpse of your future, what it is that you are working towards, what your destiny is, where it is you end up. You're going to be well looked after financially this next 3 months. You might be receiving some unexpected abundance, or like things just feeling unexpectedly easy, or you just make more money without trying as hard. It feels really nice. You might have more opportunities to rest and take care of yourself, do self-care. Because again, there is some emotional healings that's being triggered. And I feel like it's partly being triggered because you're in a better situation financially. You have more free time. You have more peacefulness in your nervous system so that you can start to process and release some things. So you're doing really well the next 3 months. Spirit's definitely saying to not worry about finances. You're definitely going to be well supported and feeling well supported financially. I'm also seeing Spirit saying with the Empress there, you don't have to hold back too much on treating yourself over the next 3 months. If you want to, I don't know, book yourself in for a nice treatment or go away to an Airbnb or something like this, something a bit more of a treat. Spirit's saying to like treat yourself a little bit over the next 3 months, towards the end of the year. There's something about giving yourself some kind of a treat or buying yourself some kind of luxury, like experience or something. It's going to really help with your manifestation energies and actually put you into that energy of receiving mode, because you're receiving a gift from yourself, something that you really want. It's something like that. Like, put yourself into the receiving mode and let yourself enjoy life, like indulge a little bit, let yourself enjoy life, really take it in, because I'm just seeing that is just going to make you so much more radiant. Your energy is going to flow through you and you're going to be like glowing, and your energy channels are going to be feeling really open. And I sort of see, if you try to be too clingy with money or you try to be too stingy with money, then it might kind of like start blocking your energy channels and your energy flow. And then it's sort of like it's going to show up where you're just going to like feel a bit off or look a bit off, or something's just not quite flowing. And Spirit's saying to keep those energy channels open and flowing. Remember to keep like treating yourself really nicely, doing really nice things for yourself, like running yourself spiritual baths or doing self-care activities or rituals, or buying really good quality organic food or something that makes you feel really nurtured and like looked after. And something about this, like spending that little bit of extra money, is actually going to benefit you over the next 3 months, it's actually going to make you more money. Yeah, you're really in your manifesting power over the next 3 months. And Spirit's saying just go for it. Go for it. Enjoy yourself. Treat yourself. Enjoy spending some money because it really is going to help things keep turning in your favor the more you embrace that energy. Some of you might be looking into moving over the next 3 months, like moving house or moving places, countries even. And I'm seeing that's going to go really well if you are planning over the next 3 months. Like you're going to be able to find a new location for those of you who resonate. That's going to really work for you at a different level than you've experienced before. It's going to really feel like a level up, a really good synchronistic kind of fit between you and what you want. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of luck for you in manifesting a home over the next 3 months. Okay, that is your reading for the next 3 months slash rest of the year. I do hope you resonated. If you do want to check out more of my work, I have just released a new light language tape called Union Within. It's about the perfect balance between masculine and feminine energies when they come together, and it helps us to manifest. It's also channeled with the intention of being self-love, kind of self-worth codes. And it's a really powerful one. I filmed it in nature by a lake. It was a really nice kind of environment shift. So I'll link it down below if you want to check it out and check out the rest of my store. Thanks so much for supporting me and my work. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care. Hello group 2. So you chose the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck and Pluto on the die. I'm going to do the dice. I don't even know. I'm going to do like all of the astro dice, but I just wanted to say Pluto being a very intense influence in our lives. It's usually quite a long, slow influence, but I do feel like there's going to be something in your life transforming over the next 3 months, some kind of tangible change or rebirth occurring in your life. I'm seeing maybe for some of you, you're going to be spending more time outdoors, or you're going to be spending more time in nature or out of the house in some way. You might be busier or have a lot of appointments, or I don't know, just enjoying leaving the house for some reason. I'm seeing that over the next 3 months, or you might be engaging in more kind of like physical activities or social activities, or something's just getting you out the house more and you're enjoying it. Like, I feel like it's really good for you. And it's also a sign that you're feeling, it's sort of like symbolic of how you're feeling about life. Like, you're feeling like you want to get out there and like experience life. And yeah, it feels good. It feels like more of a fun time over the next 3 months for you, like having a little bit more fun. I'm seeing maybe having more of a sense of a humor, like laughing more about life, and it's, in the face of kind of adversity, I'm seeing like humor is going to be the way that you get through anything over the next 3 months. You're just going to have kind of a really good sense of humor. Be making a lot of jokes. All right, so let's get you some cards here. So we have Oracle, wait for important information over the next 3 months. Interesting. I feel like this is more your energy. You're going to be feeling really in tune and intuitive. So you're kind of going to be knowing where you want to go and how you want to live life. It feels kind of very self-directed. I feel like you're freeing yourself in some way over the next 3 months, where you feel like, I'm just going to like go with what I think, what I feel like I'm meant to do. And even if it's not expected of you, or if it's somehow rebellious in some way, I think you're going to be feeling more empowered to kind of just live life on your own terms, to do things in your own way, and to kind of write your own story in life. I feel like this is a really positive energy where you're really more in tune with yourself than you ever have been before, and enjoying kind of receiving your own guidance around what to do with your life. Maybe you've had themes of control or being controlled in the past. There does feel like there could be some residue of that, maybe being controlled in some way with your choices or having cultural expectations. But over the next 3 months, I'm seeing a freedom coming through your life where you really just trust yourself, trust your inner knowing, and you just take action based on that. And it's freeing up a lot of your life force energy, That's the other thing. I see this shift in you where it's freeing up a lot of life force energy, not having these voices of like other people or these cultural norms or whatever it might be that's sort of like been internalized and may have restricted you from taking actions in certain ways or living life in certain ways. I feel like you're going to be more comfortable in your body over the next 3 months, maybe also more comfortable in your home in some way. Your home is becoming more comfortable or your body is becoming more comfortable. You're enjoying being in your own skin. All right, let's get you some more cards here. The next 3 months, we have the Fire Guardian. Really nice energy there. We have the Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. 2 guardians here as well. I feel like you're very protected over the next 3 months. You're very safe. Your spirit and angels, guardians, guides, all of them are looking out for you. All right, I'm going to roll the astro dice for you and see what you get. So we have Mercury, all right, in the 3rd house, which is actually ruled over by Mercury in Cancer. So this is, to me, this is about authenticity. Those 3 together. Mercury is the planet of communication. 3rd house is about, well, it's about a lot of things, but in this case, I'm seeing it's about the way that you're expressing yourself to the world, the way you're communicating. Also, for some of you, the way you're marketing yourself, maybe for some of you on social media, some kind of a breakthrough over the next 3 months about like the way that you're portraying yourself or like marketing yourself. I'm seeing maybe like a musician doing marketing through YouTube or videos or whatever, Instagram. And I'm just seeing something about you getting more in touch with your image, with who you really are, but it's like very authentic. It's not it's not being cultivated from something, some kind of a force outside of yourself where you're trying to fit in or you're trying to be liked or I don't know, whatever it might be. It feels a lot more raw. It feels a lot more authentic. And because of that, it feels a lot more successful. Like a lot more people are interested in really raw, authentic expression. And when someone is super comfortable and confident in doing that, it's like super powerful, super magnetic, super viral kind of energy. So I'm seeing something like this where you really have a very marketable persona or like, I don't know, for some reason with the 3rd house energy coming in, it's just how I'm getting the message. Okay, so there's something here about marketing. It must be your career because I feel like it's our careers we really market ourselves with. I'm feeling like you have so much like marketable energy, and there's something about you really figuring out how to market yourself because it's not like an easy thing sometimes to navigate. So I think you're hitting some kind of a sweet spot where your career success is like very, very good. You're being seen as very valuable, very unique. And the more you can lean into your very like your very pure self expression, the more that this will reward you with your career, with your money. Like the more authentic you are, the more money you can make. That's coming through really strong. But you just are very magnetic, very likable, very viral, very popular kind of energy. I feel with that Fire Guardian, it's like people they just want to know who you are. Wow, I just realized we have Hermit on the back of the deck, so some of you might be coming out of Hermit mode. I feel like this is you coming out of Hermit mode. Yes, coming out of Hermit mode and coming into Warrior mode. Be fearless and stand strong. Look, Hermit mode is like just a part of life. Sometimes we go through it. It's a beautiful part of life. But I just see you exiting Hermit mode in the next 3 months, okay? It's time for you to come out of the cave where you've been meditating, you've been reaching enlightenment, and it's time for you to share your enlightenment with the world. Share your enlightenment with the rest of us. That's what Spirit's saying, because you got something to say, you got something to communicate, or you've got some art to share in some way. But with the Cancer, it feels very like the Cancer dice there. It feels very personal. It feels like this is like some of you might be sharing your story or like putting it into lyrics in some way, putting it into your artwork in some way. This feels very raw. Like, you know, really raw, I don't know, painting or something. Like someone does like a self-portrait and it's like, whoa, this is like really vulnerable or really authentic. I don't know, it's kind of giving me that kind of energy. Like you're going to be producing something over the next 3 months that feels really raw, that feels really magnetic, viral. It's your art, it's your voice, it's your story, it's something that you're communicating. And because of how authentic it is, people are obsessed. People love it. They're like, we love you. And I think that you're letting yourself be seen a lot more with the Fire Guardian as well. Like you're letting yourself be known. You're letting your voice be known. You're letting your emotions be known, your ideas, your history be known more to the world in some kind of artful way. Like it's just a perfect kind of balanced way. But it might be quite different because you're coming out of hermit mode. You've been in hermit mode in some area of your life. It could even be a little bit in career. Or there's a part of you, maybe for some of you, it's like there's a part of you that's been in hermit mode and that part is ready to come out and to be seen and to tell their story and to go public in some way. Some of you might be getting ready to tell your story. This feels really powerful. This feels like almost telling the world something really vulnerable that you weren't sure whether you wanted to tell the world or not. And now suddenly you feel compelled to like share your story. And the thing is that it's coming from a very natural place and it's going to happen really effortlessly the way that this communication takes place. There is some aspect of this that is like fearless and bold. There's like some kind of warrior part of you is coming through, but it's going to feel very meaningful. For some of you, this is like just you having a breakthrough with how you are very embodied in yourself, and therefore you're able to kind of express who you are and be like, yeah, this is who I am. And it's something like that it wasn't translating properly through something. There was a part of you that was silenced or closed off in some way. And this part is like coming back into wholeness within you, union within, my new tape. You might want to check it out. That one is all about bringing parts of us back together, almost like a soul retrieval energy, and it's beautiful for self-love. Just saying, if you want to go check it out, I'll link it in the description box below because it feels very much like this energy. Some part of you is becoming whole again in the next 3 months. Oh, look, and we got the number 3 as well. So the next 3 months is going to be very important for you. I feel like there's going to be something quite significant occurring where you're feeling significant change and transformation and evolution. I feel like it's an evolution journey. You're going on an evolution journey and you're going to be accessing more confidence in your self-expression than you've had before. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. So you might be receiving healing information over the next 3 months. You also could be expressing healing information. You could be speaking this healing information to the world in some way. You could be writing about healing. It could be about healing yourself. Like, I feel for a lot of you, you're going to be telling some kind of a story about how you healed yourself or what you did, how you overcame something or something you went through in your life. Yeah, a lot of you might be telling your story maybe to someone in your life or publicly even. But this could also be that healing information is going to find its way to you. There's going to be someone maybe online in community in some way is going to communicate with you some kind of healing information, and Spirit's asking you to be open to it. Be open to healing information over the next 3 months. There might be new remedies or treatments, diets that you actually may benefit from. So keep an open mind and try not to feel too closed off towards new things, I guess, is what Spirit's saying over the next 3 months. I feel like with something to do with medicine, healing, health, or, just being proactive in your like self-healing journey, whatever it might be, I feel like something got a bit worn out. You got a bit worn out from it in some way. There was a bit of exhaustion in some way about health, healing, diet, exercise. Something just like slipped through the cracks recently. And over the next 3 months, I'm seeing you're going to generate it back. Like, you're going to get that level of fitness back, or you're going to get back on track with your diet or exercise or whatever. I don't know. It's something to do with health and healing. Could be mental health, could be any kind of area of health. Like, you just suddenly have the energy to start meditating again, right? And it's like, oh, finally, I'm doing it. It's something like this. You're going to have some kind of focus on your health over the next 3 months. And I think that it's going to be a very positive thing. Like, you have the ability to improve your health a lot over the next 3 months. Some of you may be having a huge shift, rebirth, transformation with health or with healing in some way, some kind of healing of the body, mind, soul, spirit. Like I said, I feel a strong soul retrieval energy from this group, right? Coming back into balance with all of the parts inside of you, coming back into wholeness, balance between masculine and feminine within, self-love, loving all of you, unity consciousness. All of this is like a union within tape that I just channeled, by the way, so you really might want to check it out. But this is the energy I'm feeling for you over the next 3 months. It's like, wow, you're really coming back into a whole energy. And there's just so much more self-confidence, I have to say. There's a lot of confidence here. This is confidence that is magnetic, that is addictive, that people are obsessed with, because this level of confidence shows a level of healing where it's like when you have that, when you speak with a certain level of confidence, when there's a certain level of presence and poise in the body, this is very magnetic. Some people can like act it out, right? But when it's really authentic, there's something so magnetic about it and people love it. It's like it fuels inspiration in others. It's like you really have some kind of leadership energy here activating over the next 3 months where your presence is fueling inspiration and activating change within others, especially within others I'm being shown. Yeah, really inspiring people to change their life in some way, maybe through your health. Maybe through your health journey, people are like, whoa, I want to try this thing. They're getting such good results from it. I want to do this thing. Yeah, you might be inspiring people through your health journey in the next 3 months, but you could also just be inspiring people in general, just through like that energy, like I was saying, that level of confidence, that level of embodiment. It is so ah, it's just so good to be around. It's something that fuels everyone, that lights up everyone's life. You're going to be lighting up people's world. You're going to be a source of light in the world. And you're going to be doing it fearlessly without any previously held, like, I feel like you might have been previously held back in some way. Yeah, because you're showing up as the hermit, right? As well. So it's like you've been hermited in some way. You've been in hermit mode in some way in your life, or a part of you has been. Part of you has been kept secret. And this part is all, everything's coming together. It's like I'm seeing parts rearranging, moving around, and coming into a wholeness, coming back together. People are going to notice that you're different over the next 3 months. People are going to think that you've changed in some way, that some aspect of you feels different. You're different. You seem different. What's changed? And there is something that has changed in you. It's both internal and external, as in it changes within first as you have these parts of you come back together into a whole, like love. Like I'm seeing this as really born from self-love, from loving yourself really deeply, from self-love, and from having that love bring wholeness inside of you. And then from that place, I see, yeah, you might have this inspiration to take action in certain ways, to start putting yourself out there more, to start sharing yourself, to start communicating authentically with who you are. But it is really this self-love is what is giving you that magnetism, because someone who really truly loves themselves is magnetic to be around, because when you're around that person, it's like it's giving you codes for how to love yourself. And sure, some people can't handle people who love themselves and they get jealous or whatever, but I'm feeling such a positive energy right now in this reading. It feels like people will want to be around you because it's going to teach them, even subconsciously, it doesn't even have to be consciously, it's going to still teach them subconsciously how to love themselves more. Because being around you, it's like you have a blueprint, you have the codes for how to do it, you got the design, and people are like, whoa, they can feel it, they can feel the energy, and it is so precious in this world to like have that, because it's really, really helps people. Like you are going to be doing a lot of helping of others just naturally. You're not really going to be trying to like help the world or save the world. It's just that your natural energy is going to bring a lot of medicine to people. Yeah, you're going to be a lot of the medicine actually as well in the next 3 months. You're going to feel very protected as well. You're not going to feel, because sometimes when I don't know, we have to use a lot of courage or like resolve to like to get to take action in certain ways. I'm seeing over the next 3 months, you're going to have things that maybe used to scare you and they don't anymore. And you're like, you know what, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm just going to tell the truth, or I'm just going to stand up for myself, or I'm just going to end up sharing my story or being authentic or just being who I am and being like, whatever, I don't care if everyone hates me, I'm just going to be who I am. There's some kind of like risk taking, I guess, that was previously you weren't doing. Taking some kind of a risk, maybe a creative risk. Again, share something about sharing more of yourself, maybe taking a risk with somebody that you care about by telling them something about yourself and then initiating a healing because you have told them something. Yeah, it feels really healing, but in kind of like a fun way, not in like a crying way. With the fire guardian, it's more like healing where it's fun and you get to have results from it straight away. You don't have to wait for ages. Um, you get results straight away from this kind of healing. It's the result of loving yourself. Like I said, it's giving you a lot of confidence, creativity, magnetism. You could be really going places in the next 3 months in terms of something about media, social media, being in the media in some way. Um, Even having like stories written about you, articles written about you, something like this. Seeing a lot of other people talking about you over the next 3 months. There might be gossiping as well. I'm seeing some gossip energy around you. A lot of people will just want to talk about you over the next 3 months. They just like, it's just enjoyable for them to talk about you. Some people, sure, it's maybe a little bit more negative and from envy and jealousy, but a lot of people are just talking about you and being like, hey, did you see what this person did? Or did you know they've been doing this thing? I don't know, just the information about you, and people just really feeling almost like you've got, yeah, like people are really picking up on the fact you have codes, okay? You got codes, you got energy to study. You're like someone to study over the next 3 months is what people are thinking. They're like, you know what? You know something, like you're doing something and it's working. That's what people think. You're doing something and it's working. And maybe you have a little bit of a secretive energy. Like I said, you have been in hermit mode, or a part of you has been in hermit mode. Maybe a part of you has been secret, or there's been some kind of secret. I feel like over the next 3 months, you might decide to share some kind of secret you have, or you might decide to, I don't know, reveal something that for a while you were more keeping close to yourself, or keeping on the down low kind of thing. Yeah, because there's some kind of authentic embodiment where I just see you not really caring anymore. It feels really free. It feels really liberating. Like you just are not bound by other people's opinions or judgments or anything like that. You're feeling really just okay with who you are, and like having, I guess, enough approval of yourself, enough self-love, enough self-care, self-respect that you don't really need to be universally loved or liked. You know, you don't really need to have that. There was something like that that was like blocking the authenticity, and you're really coming more into your power and your authenticity now. There's something here as well about how you may have been blocked from really embodying authenticity because it is some kind of fear of success here. Like, I feel like you're overcoming some kind of fear. Yeah, because it says be fearless and stand strong. You're overcoming over the next 3 months some kind of fear to do with your success, like a fear of success, a fear of your own power, a fear of your own brilliance, a fear of your own beauty, a fear of your own radiance, your abundance. Like there's something here where you were afraid to fully step fully into your power. And part of it I'm getting is because there's some kind of programming that a lot of humans have around like wanting to belong and wanting to be part of the tribe, part of the community. And when you get to be a certain level of success where you become like something beyond that, it actually can feel quite isolating, or it can feel, I don't know, it comes up with its own change energetically. And I think that it is the most authentic version of you is to be very successful. Like some of you in this group could even be like celebrities, or meant to be like, you know, popular in some way or known in some way, social media or music or art in some way. You're meant to kind of be more of a public image. I feel like that's your ultimate kind of freedom is your from your like, yeah, it feels like ultimate freedom when you're just fully being yourself and also being loved for being yourself. But I'm just seeing there was some block here around authenticity, because the more you're authentic and embodied and loving yourself, the more successful you are, the more money you make, the more visibility you have, and visibility on your art, on your work, and your voice. And I'm just seeing that there was like a subconscious block that you were fearing from being really different and from being really unique, from being really successful, from how that can be alienating from the community, from the family, from whatever it might be, from ancestry, from what everyone in your lineage has always done. You're meant to go somewhere different. You're meant to go, your destiny is somewhere way outside of that. Your destiny is something really different. Again, I keep seeing the image of a musician who is like, gets really well known. It's something like that, like symbolically use it, you know, take it how you will. But that's the sort of energy I'm getting, and how that would change someone, right, in their life. Like they wouldn't, you know, if you suddenly make so much more money than everyone around you, there's a difference. There's a difference in power. There's just energy shifts. It just changes. It's just different. And I'm just seeing like you're someone who's meant to shine, like you're someone who's meant to go somewhere and like make something of yourself. And that will in a way be a sacrifice in that it will alienate you to some extent. Certain relationships won't be able to stand the test of time, things like this. But it's all part of it. It's all part of your destiny. And it's the only path you can really do to make yourself feel fulfilled is our destiny path. So any sacrifices that may come from our destiny path is also part of the plan. It's part of the purpose of our destiny. But I'm just seeing subconsciously this maybe has been holding you back, like wanting to fit in, wanting to belong, wanting to not be so unique and different and stand out and shine so bright, because that does set you apart. That is a form of alienation. But it wasn't conscious. Like, I'm not trying to say you were consciously thinking this. It's more subconsciously. We have a wiring around being accepted, being a part of a group or a community or a tribe or a family unit. That feels like safety and survival. And when we are so different, so like ahead of our times or whatever it might be, so talented, so rich, beautiful, whatever, that can set us apart and make us feel like we're not part of that whole. So I feel like that's something that's actually been coming up subconsciously for you recently, and it's going to feel like it's getting some kind of resolution over the next 3 months where you're realizing that it doesn't have a hold of you anymore, that it's like somehow healing and you're really stepping more into your destiny, your confidence, your self-expression, your self-love. You're realizing that you're finding your own sense of belonging through becoming who you really are, like your truest authentic self, and expressing that feels like the best version of belonging than anything else has. So you might also want to check out my tape Return to Belonging. It's a beautiful one for healing the root chakra, which is kind of the themes that I was just picking up then around belonging and how we're wired to belong, and sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it can hold us back, things like this. So yeah, Union Within and Return to Belonging. If you would like to check out my work, I'll link them down below. They could really support you over the next 3 months. And I'm just sending you so much love and light. Take really good care, okay? Bye. Hello, Group 3. So you chose the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards and the Pisces dice. So I'm going to roll the 2 other Astro dice now to see what you get. So we've got the 4th house and we've got the North Node over the next 3 months. Really, really interesting. You know, I'm getting a really strong heart energy for you, actually. I'm feeling like over the next 3 months, something is going to be changing within your heart space, within your heart chakra. I'm seeing an expansion in your heart, and you're going to be able to love a lot more, like love yourself, love life. I'm feeling some kind of resolution of any kind of, I don't know, feelings of insecurity, or maybe even how this may have been playing out with attachment style in relationship. Like I'm seeing something about healing your attachment style. Okay, I know that's a really specific message, but that's what I'm getting. Anyone who's sort of like into therapy stuff would already know about it, but sort of like maybe Google it if you're not sure what attachment style is. It's something that's really important, I think, to kind of reflect upon. But I'm seeing something like, yeah, your attachment style is healing. Like you're feeling a lot more good in your body, in yourself, in your relationships, less clingy or avoidant or that kind of thing. I'm just seeing something like that, like a lot more like peacefulness in your relationships. Yeah, I really feel like your heart chakra is coming back into balance over the next 3 months. Like for some of you, there may have been coldness in the heart where there was a lack of feeling or a shutdown, sort of a feeling of being shut down. And for others of you, it might have been almost like an over attachment energy in the heart, like maybe being too, I don't know, too attached to others in a way that maybe made you feel chaotic or turbulent, things like this. Something like that I'm seeing in the heart space is coming more back into balance, and it's going to make you feel really a lot more safe and a lot more connected with others. You're really going to be with the North Node there. You're really going to be experiencing almost like a futuristic version of yourself, like a version of you that you've always wanted to come into or be, embody. I'm seeing some kind of victory energy where you're going to be feeling really quite good about yourself. You're going to be feeling like, you know what, I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. I'm where I'm meant to be. You know, like feeling that sense of, oh, I'm in alignment. I'm working towards my goals. Like I'm doing everything that I can. I think that's something you're going to feel like, you know what, I'm doing everything that I can now to like transform, to change my life, to reach my goals, to reach my career dreams, whatever it might be. I'm doing it all. I'm totally in alignment. And that's how you're going to feel. It's going to feel good. And you're going to be getting like feedback from the universe, because when you're in alignment with your destiny path, like you definitely get feedback. Spirit will let you know, like, yes, this is what you are here to do. This is your mission. You'll get success, you get money, you get whatever it might be. Like it'll feel comfortable enough, because spirit it's like kind of the universe's way of communicating with you and telling you, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. When you start to kind of get rewarded for certain things, I feel like that's spirit kind of giving you the heads up, because of course you're going to be the most successful doing, look at that, wealth. You're going to be the most successful doing the thing that you have come here to do, right? That's what you're going to be the most successful doing, because that's your destiny. So yeah, there's a lot of destined energy here, but with the wealth clarifying, this is definitely, I feel, for a lot of you, talking about career, and also something about visibility, like really being able to be seen by others. Look, we have this back of the deck. I have to pull it because I love this card. We have the eagle, spirit integrity, connection to the angelic realm. I love that angelic realm connection there. Really, really powerful, really beautiful. So you are in integrity, right? The eagle, you are with integrity. You have integrity about being in alignment. And that is cultivating such a destiny moment for you, or a series of just realizing, you know what, I'm in alignment with my destiny. I'm doing what I've literally come here on the earth to do. This is really special. This feels like about identity, career, kind of like what brings you value, meaning, and purpose to your life. Like, what is it that you do that brings you value, meaning, and purpose? How do you feel you are also, I'm feeling some kind of energy as well around like being of service to the world with that angelic energy. It's like, how do you feel like you are being of service, or helping the world, or contributing in some way? That's something that's going to be really highlighted over the next 3 months, and something you're going to be really enjoying. And like I said, your heart space is going to be healing. Something about relationships as well, feeling like a lot more easy. Yes, we have the frog, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. Let's get a few more cards. We have the queen, woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendships. We have burden. Interesting. That autumn energy. Some of you are going to be in autumn over the next 3 months. We have knowledge and healing with the serpent. And we're going to get one more. We have the lady of the lake. Absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. I'm seeing change happening for you over the next 3 months. Feels like some seasonal change, or the change, like when a season changes is pretty significant, but even when weather changes, when it's been really hot and maybe there's like all this wind because there's a storm coming, and you kind of feel that energy in the air, the electricity in the air of like, oh, there's a storm coming, like the energy's about to change. The weather's about to change, it's about to rain, or it's about to get stormy. It's that kind of feeling, that electricity in the air before a storm. That's the energy feeling that I'm feeling from your group over the next 3 months. So this could be more of a slow build kind of thing, but you're going to be feeling it. You're going to notice it. It's going to be tangible. You're going to be feeling like there's change coming. Like, just that way you just know, the way you just know instinctually before a storm. You can always smell the rain in the air, or the way that animals kind of move out of the way if there's going to be like a cyclone, It's that kind of thing. Like there's just an instinct, and you're going to be having that really deep level instinct of, my life is actually changing, is about to change, is in the process of changing, and it's going to be powerful change. Like the kind of power that comes with storms, storm energy. Oh, look, Nina's here. Oh, oh, she's not on camera. Um, yeah. So I see the main area of your life really being wealth, like being with something to do with your career, I feel. But your career feels very intertwined with your destiny. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Like your career and your destiny feel very intertwined. And the way that you're going to be experiencing this portion of your destiny is through some kind of career change or breakthrough, some kind of career milestone, breakthrough, change. For a lot of you over the next 3 months, you could be seeing your wealth increasing a lot. Okay, I just saw that really deeply. Whoa, that could be a lot. Like for some of you, could be tripling your income over the next 3 months. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. I'm getting a really strong, powerful abundance energy here. With the 4 as well, that feels like stability energy. Like you are manifesting money, but in a very stable way. Like wealth makes me feel stable when I hear the word wealth. Do you know what I mean? It's like a nice, stable, stabilizing kind of energy. It's a grounding energy. So yeah, your money situation over the next 3 months is going to be feeling really good. It's going to be feeling really stable, and it's 100% feels bigger than before. It feels like you have more to rely upon. You have more to access. In fact, I feel that you might be, over the next 3 months, finally graduating from some kind of trials and tribulations that you may have been going through to do with money and finances, some kind of karmic cycles you may have been going through to do with finances. Even for some of you, might have been as extreme as like poverty issues, things like this. I feel like there's something over the next 3 months, like you're finally graduating from that set of like circumstances and lessons and karmic imprints and things like this. You're finally graduating, and you get to level up financially, and you get to release some kind of burden that was really maybe hanging over your heads for a long time in some way financially. That's what I'm seeing. Like the burden I feel was financial for most of you, and there's something that was like hanging over your head a bit financially in some way. And over the next 3 months, I see that resolving, and I see, because of that resolution, that thing not hanging over your head anymore. It's like it frees up so much more energy for you. It frees up so much more enjoyment of life, fun, pleasure kind of side of life, because you don't have that thing looming always at the corner of your mind, like lurking there with all this anxiety and grit. It's like finally you're going to be free from that. So I'm seeing, because of that, it's like freeing up energy where you're going to actually have some unexpected emotional healing over the next 3 months. You have this clearing of the energy. It's like, oh, I'm not stressed all the time about money or about this thing, or I've got to pay this person, or whatever it might have been. Some kind of financial, wasn't feeling good. So having that be resolved is actually freeing up a lot of energy for some kind of emotional healing to take place in your life. You might even have the energy all of a sudden to start like decluttering your life over the next 3 months. I'm seeing that for some of you could become really important. Like, I need to declutter. I need to throw out all the things that I don't use or that are from my past or are connected to old things, because that can really relieve a lot of psychic burden and energy if you're carrying a lot of things from the past that may no longer be resonant with where you're going, because you have the North Node there. So it's like you really are moving forwards in life big time over the next 3 months. Like the winds have changed, that feeling before a storm. Like you're gonna feel that. You're gonna be like, what, I need to get ready for this life that I'm building for myself, this life that I'm, creating for myself, this life that I want to live. It's almost like you realize it's like it dawns on you that aspects of your life are not really in alignment with this version of you that you are cultivating and wanting to be. And so you're like, what? I got to get into alignment with this version of me. And I think there's something here about like law of attraction that I'm seeing that you're going to be doing really well over the next 3 months. Something about, like aligning to the version of you that you want to be. It feels like you're kind of feeling more that feels more accessible. That feels more tangible and accessible to you over the next 3 months, like really aligning with that version of you. Because I feel like in the past, it just felt just that little bit out of reach. And now it's going to be, oh, I can align with this version of me. The eclipses of this year seems to have really impacted you, like in particular. I feel they've impacted you quite particularly in certain ways. And I feel that over the next 3 months, you are going to be getting a lot of downloads with that absolute truth, Lady of the Lake card, like self-respect, responsibility, courage. You're going to be getting a lot of downloads and clarity about who you are, what you have come here to do. Like it feels very destined. But with that queen energy here on your spread as well, it feels like, a lot of things are manifesting really effortlessly for you though. There is a guidance, I suppose, a message coming through around the feminine energy and really working with the feminine over the next 3 months. Really embodying the feminine as much as you can. Obviously, we always need to balance masculine and feminine, and it's not, we need both at all times, but there is something about favoring your feminine a little bit more, or the feminine approach, because that is how a lot of things will be manifesting for you over the next 3 months. So that sort of means surrendering more or resting more or going with your intuition more or trying different approaches or things that might not make sense or following a non-linear path. Things like this, like being open to the ways of the feminine, maybe is another way of putting it. Like be open to the way that the feminine might seem like it's taking you from A to B, like through all of these roundabouts and turns and twists, but it's like the exact journey that you needed. Do you know what I mean? There's something here about trusting in the feminine process over the next 3 months, and also as much as you can embody that feminine, because you're going to find you can manifest things quite easily just through your energy field, just through your magnetism kind of thing. Like if you start feeling good, you're going to start making more money or something like this. A lot of things are going to come to you quite easily. Like you might have a thought of, oh, I really need a new coffee table. And then a friend will call you up a few days later and say, hey, I have this coffee table. Do you want it? It's going to be things like this. Like the universe kind of just wants to conspire in your favor. That's what I mean about the feminine. It's like, just set the intention. Oh, I need a new coffee table. I don't know what's the best way that this is going to come to me, but I'm open to whatever's in the highest good. And then kind of just let it go and have fun with it, because the universe is going to find really fun ways to like make things show up for you at your doorstep. And I'm just seeing a lot of abundance over the next 3 months. Like with the wealth, you're going to be making more money, but you're also going to just have just a lot of nice, free kind of like gifts from the universe as well. But so with the coffee table examples, like being in the masculine would be like researching coffee tables and going and trying to find one and going shopping, versus being the feminine might be more like, oh, I'm just going to like let this go and see how I intuitively feel guided to take action instead of like forcing it. So that's what Spirit's trying to say in terms of when I say like be in the feminine over the next 3 months, try not to like force things to happen through that masculine will. Try to kind of allow things to happen, because the universe wants to work with you and for you and through you and bring things to you. And if you have any issues with like getting into the feminine in your own life, like you might be like, I don't know how to get into the feminine. I don't know what to do. I actually have a tape. It's called Divine Feminine Embodiment. It's on my shop. I'll link it down below. And it's a really powerful tape actually for working with the feminine energy in your life, whether you feel like you're good at working with it or not. It can be really helpful. It also has affirmations that I find really, well, I channeled them, so I find them really activating and they're quite unique. I really love them. So it's a light language tape, and there's another one that has affirmations as well. So you get 2 tapes for it. And yeah, you can also use it as a sleep tape to also help. Like I would recommend actually, if you do choose to work with this, I would actually work with the affirmation tape every night, as well as if you feel guided to do it during the day as well. But I would work with it every night, because it's going to help reprogram your subconscious mind. And over the next 3 months, like you are really destined to come into a lot of wealth and money. Infinite Abundance Blueprint's another tape if you want to work specifically with money over the next 3 months. Infinite Abundance Blueprint, you can listen to that one as a sleep tape. I've been listening to that one as a sleep tape to work on my money and abundance as well. So yeah, that one's a really powerful one, and it does actually shift energies. So back to your reading. The feminine is your friend over the next 3 months. Use that tape if you would like some help getting into the feminine, but you'll feel guided. You'll be like, I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling that I'm not meant to take action right now. I have a feeling that I'm meant to wait. And then, oh, you get a phone call, you get this opportunity, you get this delivery, you get this thing happen, right? Spirit is going to deliver things to you. I'm seeing deliveries, like things rocking up at your door. You don't have to go out and get them. And also prioritizing like kind of making life more easy, like go with this effortless thing. Spirit's saying you can do a lot over the next 3 months with manifesting about anything, but manifesting it effortlessly. And the more you work with effortlessness, the easier that your life is going to get. Like I feel like you have really codes with the feminine. You have really, really powerful codes that you're meant to unlock inside of yourself in this life, where things can really happen for you quite effortlessly. Like the Queen, things are delivered to you. Things arrive on your doorstep. Things show up on your time frame. And you can have a lot more of a comfortable existence. Like Spirit's really saying with the burden there, the burden card and the Queen card, right? It's sort of like it's time to let your burdens be taken care of. That's what Spirit's saying. Over the next 3 months, you're going to feel like instead of having all the burdens on your back where you're carrying this burden around, it's like the burdens want to be taken care of for you by the universe, by Spirit. I'm seeing a lot of this healing is going to happen for you subconsciously, and it's going to feel like a release of burden. You're going to feel like, oh, this thing doesn't bother me anymore. I don't have this thing hanging over my head anymore. And it's going to kind of feel like healing that way, where you just don't have to you don't have to deal with or resolve some kind of an issue. I feel a lot of the burden probably was financial for a lot of you, or a feeling of like not enough, not having enough, or you felt yourself like you were not enough. that kind of thing, I'm seeing being resolved, and that kind of healing, when it's resolved, you just sort of feel different and things feel like, you have all of a sudden you're making more money or things in your life are going better. It's kind of going to feel like that. Like there might be some emotions that need to be sort of shed because we got the frog, which says cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage, and we got knowledge and healing. But overall, I feel quite a strength in the energy over the next 3 months. I don't feel like you're going to be feeling really fragile or vulnerable emotionally. It feels more like the opposite. You're going to be feeling really empowered and like really grateful as well, because you have the contrast of having had a burden hanging over you and then not having had that. The next 3 months is going to give you some kind of a contrast where you're feeling grateful that you have a burden that's been released from you. You've released that burden and you're moving on in your life. And I'm seeing, yeah, a lot of you might want to clean your house or like spring clean or clear out clothes or belongings or sort through your cabinets or pantry or something like this. I'm just seeing doing something like that could really feel quite good and aligned for you over the next 3 months. And you might feel it's sort of like also can be a sort of representation of the energy that has changed inside of you. Like I feel like you might want to kind of externalize that and be like, you know what, I don't resonate with these belongings anymore. I want to go get rid of these things and donate them or whatever. Yeah, I'm seeing you might be donating a lot of things to like a charity shop as well over the next 3 months and kind of feeling kind of reinvented a little bit, reinvigorated, rejuvenated, reborn in certain ways. So the healing is happening over the next 3 months, but it is going to be kind of more effortless. And like I said, you're going to feel sort of the result of it, like, oh, I'm making more money finally. And you are going to notice that you are feeling good about yourself. Like your self love is going to be feeling on point. When we're like, you know what, I really love myself, I appreciate myself, approve of myself, and feeling a lot of gratitude for your life and what you have in your life. I'm seeing that really being quite noticeable for you, feeling really good inside of yourself as well. And like you are reaching your potential, okay? I don't know how to word this, but with the North Node kind of gives me that energy of like, our potential, like what we feel we could accomplish or what we feel we could achieve. And sometimes there can be times in our life we're going through different things, different karmic cycles where we might feel like we're not living out our full potential for a period of time or in a certain way. And I see that that feeling is going to be resolved. There's going to be something that clicks and you're like, you know what, I am living my potential. And you're going to feel like all of a sudden like you are good enough, that you are enough, instead of constantly feeling like no matter how hard you try, it's never good enough, never good enough, never good enough, never perfect enough, kind of perfectionism. There's something clicking and you're shifting gears and you're realizing that you are enough, what you're doing is enough, what you have is enough. You're feeling really grateful, but it's tangibly changing things in your life whereby you're making more money and you're feeling that you are in alignment with your destiny. You're feeling like, I know what my destiny is, I know what I'm here to do. And you're feeling like you're living out your potential, which is, I suppose, your destiny. You're feeling, instead of feeling held back from that, like you're going to feel more in alignment with that. It's going to feel a lot more effortless, a lot more flow, a release from some kind of burden that may have kept you from feeling like you were living out your potential, or a burden that was keeping you in fight or flight mode, in survival mode. I'm seeing the shift from survival mode into thriving, especially with that wealth card. Like that is a significant card, okay? I'm seeing definitely moving into more of a thriving energy over the next 3 months. And that, as a result, brings about a lot of healing in your life. Like it also might give you the actual energy or time or feeling freedom feeling enough to do some kind of emotional work. Because if you're kind of stressed out all the time, or if you've got a really demanding job and you work long hours, then of course emotional work can kind of get pushed to the back and it's been kind of like, forgotten about. And I'm just seeing that something is shifting in your life or your lifestyle over the next 3 months, or even your preferences. Like you're just having more time and energy for yourself and for sort of to watch over, be a guardian of your own healing, to watch over your own healing energies and sort of allow emotions to start clearing out for you. I want to say for you for some reason. These emotions want to clear out for you. And a lot of your self-worth is going to be getting momentum in the next 3 months. Like, I feel like you've been doing some kind of work on your self-worth, on your self-love, on your self-healing, and on your self-honoring, self-care. And you're going to be seeing a lot of momentum for that over the next 3 months. A lot of the result of your love is going to be showing up in your life. And like I said, you're going to be making a lot more money. And I see just that shift from surviving to thriving, from just getting by, having these burdens, to finally not having that, feeling the freedom of not having that, and how, oh wow, life looks so different from this side. You know, life looks so much better now that I'm not being stressed out by this thing every day. Yeah, there's something that was like a daily burden. That's what it was. It was something that was like almost every day, or just something that was always like nagging at you, always there in the background. And I'm seeing that resolving, and you really coming into wealth, abundance, security, and alignment with your destiny, and the feminine being really important. Cleaning house, cleaning out clutter, cleaning out your emotional debris, because you are really making way for that North Node energy, right? That new life, that that version of you that is living out your fullest potential. That's what you're morphing into in the next 3 months. You're becoming that version of you, and you're like, you know what, I'm there. Because it doesn't take long to be completely in alignment with that. So whatever was blocking that previously is coming full circle, and you're healing something deeply to do with self-love. All right, that is your reading. If you would like to check out my work, like I said, I'll link those tapes in the description box below. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take really good care and enjoy the next 3 months. Good luck.